Hey everybody, some breaking news happening with regard to Cyberpunk 2077, a highly anticipated game coming from developers CD Projekt Red, and we've just received some information that some unidentified individual or individuals has gotten in contact with the developer and told them they're in possession of some documents and files having to do with the game, and if the developer does not give in to their demand for a ransom, these files are going to be released to the public. Now, this is an MO we're seeing all too often now. We've seen it recently with Netflix, and then before that with some files having to do with medical records where people are hacking, stealing, taking these types of files, and then demanding a ransom if the owners of the files don't want them released to the public. When this happened to Netflix with the new season of Orange is the New Black, they basically told these people to screw off. And again, CD Projekt Red is not going to be giving in to the demand for the ransom, and good on them, because if this kind of thing works, then it's just going to start happening more and more. And we don't know if these are the same people who attacked Netflix or if it's a different group of individuals, but it is a very similar modus operandi. So this is the statement that CD Projekt Red has released on their official Twitter account, and I'll just read it verbatim for you here. Dear gamers, an unidentified individual or individuals have just informed us they are in possession of a few internal files belonging to CD Projekt Red. Among them are documents connected to early designs for the upcoming game Cyberpunk 2077. A demand for ransom has been made, saying that should we not comply, the files will be released to the general public. We will not be giving in to the demands of the individual or individuals that have contacted us, which might eventually lead to the files being published online. The appropriate legal authorities will be informed about the situation. The documents are old and largely unrepresentative of the current vision for the game. Still, if you're looking forward to playing Cyberpunk 2077, it would be best for you to avoid any information not coming directly from CD Projekt Red. When the time is right, you will hear about Cyberpunk 2077 from us officially. And signed, the CD Projekt Red team. So, bottom line, they're not giving in to the ransom demand, so these files might become public. But it sounds like anybody looking for an inside scoop on the game there might be some tidbits in there, but it sounds like these are older files that don't necessarily represent what the final version of the game is going to look like. So there might be some juicy tidbits of information for curious people in these files if they are released, but the developers are basically just sort of giving us a big spoiler warning here, saying, you know, yes, these files might contain info about the game, but do you really want to know? So interesting approach for them to take with that, you know, rather than being like, oh no, there's some juicy information in there that's getting out. They're sort of spinning it like, yeah, spoiler alert, there's some idiot might be releasing some info, so avoid it if you don't want, you know, things about the game ruined for you. So interesting approach there. I think that's actually very clever. So that's all we know for now. Like and sub to the Triple S League, and we will update you on this story as it develops.